Negotiations in Congress for a new stimulus package are continuing, but lawmakers seem no closer to reaching a consensus. There are now two competing stimulus proposals. One is a bipartisan proposal forged by a group of centrist Democrats and Republicans in the Senate. The other is a proposal being pushed by the White House and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. While both packages are similar in terms of their total cost, the allocation of funding is different in several key areas. The bipartisan proposal, which had been gaining some traction until earlier this week, includes an extension of an existing moratorium on federal student loans to April 30, 2021. Previously, the CARES Act had suspended all payments and interest on government-held federal student loans to September 30, 2020. It also stopped all collections efforts, such as wage garnishments and offsets of Social Security benefits, for borrowers in default on their student loans. The Trump administration subsequently extended that relief to December 31, and then further extended it to January 31, 2021. The bipartisan proposal also would include an extension of federal unemployment benefits at $300 per week for 16 weeks. But the package would include no second round of stimulus checks. The White House has countered with a proposal to provide a second round of stimulus checks in the amount of $600. But according to the Washington Post, the stimulus checks would come at the expense of extended unemployment benefits, which would be dramatically reduced, as well as funding for the 3 additional months of the student loan moratorium. If enacted, this means that millions of student loan borrowers would have to resume payments in February. And collections efforts, including wage garnishments and offsets of Social Security benefits, would resume against borrowers in default, as well. Neither proposal includes any form of student loan forgiveness, relief that has been pushed by a broad coalition of consumer advocacy groups and civil rights organizations during the last several months, but has not gained bipartisan traction in Congress. For now, neither proposal seems to be making headway, and Congress remains at an impasse. There are points of general agreement, including additional funding for small businesses via the Paycheck Protection Program, housing assistance, and education funding. But other sticking points of negotiations include financial assistance for state and local governments, which Democrats support but Republicans oppose, and liability protections for businesses against COVID-related lawsuits, which Republicans support but Democrats oppose. If student loan relief is ultimately excluded from a final stimulus package, President-elect Biden, once he assumes the office of the presidency on January 20, could further extend the existing student loan moratorium through executive action, just like the Trump administration did in August and again last week.